For those of you who follow my channel, you know I love hosting students or anyone who has made it big in the UK, whether by obtaining a skill visa or starting their own business. So far, I have covered more than 150 success stories on my channel, and I'll continue to do so to inspire you guys. So, continuing my efforts to inspire you, I have invited someone who moved to the UK as a student when there was no graduate visa. He didn't land a sponsored job, so he decided to pursue a second master's degree in the UK, where he avoided the mistakes he made during his first master's. After working as an intern at an immigration firm, he discovered his passion for immigration and started his own company. If you are interested in his journey from student to founder, make sure to watch this podcast till the end. But before we dive in, let me introduce myself to those who are new here. My name is Sarika and I have been living in the UK for the past 14 years. Currently, I work as a lead business analyst for one of the world's largest tour operators. In my spare time, I create YouTube videos to help you navigate the global job market and find the perfect study abroad destination. I offer two valuable services that I encourage you to take advantage of. The first is free study abroad assistance service. If you're interested in studying abroad in any of these listed countries, please fill out the form provided in the video description and pin comment. My team will reach out to you to assist you with your study abroad plans. And the second service is paid job assistance service. This is a 3-month coaching and mentoring program designed to make you job ready. It's perfect for those struggling to find a job or secure a visa sponsorship in the UK, Ireland, Germany, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. If you're serious about your career and want to land your dream job, enroll in this service. Remember, it requires a 3-month commitment and hard work where both you and I will be working together to make you job ready. I've also hired mentors who have successfully landed visa sponsorship jobs with the right strategy, and they're planning to help you guys as well. It's also for people who want to start their career in IT and also start their career as a business analyst, where I will be your mentor. If you need a help, fill out the form in the description and my pinned comment, or simply email me at yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com. Let's make you job ready soon. So without any further delay, let's invite our special guest today, who is Mohammed Amil. Mohammed Amil, if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself and welcome to my channel, Your Knowledge Buddy.
Thank you so much, Sarika. It feels so surreal about watching your videos one day and like being a guest on your studio the another. Very fortunate. Thank you so much for the invite. My full name is Mohammed Amil Kolsawala. Too many syllables, but you can call me just Amil.
Okay.
So I'm basically born and brought up in Mumbai. I came to the UK about 8-9 years back. I've lost the count now.
Ooh.
So it's been a long time, but and I have been in and out of many visa categories as well myself. Obviously started as a student like any other person who comes to the United Kingdom. So I think journey has been quite interesting, and it's been great.
Thank you for introducing yourself. So now, Amil, tell us more in detail. When you moved here as a student, what did you study? What kind of courses did you pick?
So firstly, it was like everybody's dream, just to come to the UK. You don't think much about what course you want to study. But I was always emphasized about the fact that I want to study business. I want to learn something which makes me more, enhance my skills more in the way of business and entrepreneurship and stuff. So first I studied my Masters of Business Administration in Management Consulting, but I think that was not enough for UK because at that point of time we did had graduate visa, post-study work visa.
Which year did you come?
So I came in 2016. I came on 16th of September 2016. I still remember the day. So that's when I first came as a student in the UK. And then once I finished that course, we didn't had enough time at that point of time, to continue studies or to find a job.
Was it only 6 months given to you?
4 months.
4 months only?
Yeah. I was from that era where we even not used to get 6 months. We just used to get 4 pilot months.
Oh my God, that's quite less.
Yeah, it was. But I think I would like to give this credit to both my parents, to be honest. My mom and dad, they have really helped me a lot. They have support by all means, financially, mentally, professionally, and helped me to be where I am here today, to be honest. And then after that I did another masters, which is masters in marketing and digital marketing, which I studied from University of West of England. And
So you're saying you did your first masters, and given that there was no graduate visa that time,
Yeah,
so you didn't
yeah.
land a job, a sponsorship job
Exactly,
after that
exactly,
time. So
exactly.
you did your second masters.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
How did you convince your parents to do another masters?
See, the story is quite interesting because they know since beginning I'm good in education, I'm good in reading books and stuff. So it was not that difficult because my mom and dad always push me towards whatever you feel like you do. That's why they didn't ask me to join our own family business. I was fortunate enough, and I just explained them that this is what the market is all about and this is where I think I should be heading towards going forward. So I took a few months break. I went back to India, and then I applied for another masters in University of West of England, and they were kind enough to give me this opportunity to study another masters, because it is not that straightforward when you study two masters in the same country. A lot of questions get raised by the university and the home office. But yeah, they were kind enough to give me this opportunity, and yeah, that's how I landed back to Bristol, and that was in September 2018. Yeah.
So, because your parents knew that you are good at your studies, or they
Yeah.
believed you are good at what you do, I believe that's why your journey was little easier. And I think there are a lot of students I interact with, they don't get that kind of support from their family. And
I know.
even though they can support, maybe financially they were not able to support their own kids, to do another masters.
Right.
And of course, we know that the UK market is tough. It is not that easy. So tell us, what did you do differently in your second master's that you landed a job, and also visa sponsorship job, which you didn't do in your first master's? What was the major learnings that you implemented in your second master's?
I think this is a very interesting question, I would say, Sarika, because at the end of the day, nobody asked this. What did you do differently that way your life is now? Because to be honest, for my second masters, I always knew that the first thing I need to do is start from day one. Because when I did my first masters, it was like that I'm going with the flow, making friends, getting to know UK as a person who lives over here, making friends, going out, and it gave me a sense of reality that no, this is not what you are meant to be for here. For my second masters, I was very much aware, because the awareness, I would say, was missing during my first masters. So in my second masters, I was aware that day one is the time that I need to start looking for avenues, that how it can lead me to a life where I can or permanently get settled over here, or if at least not think for such a long period of time, at least get some opportunity so that I could enhance on my skills. So I think when I started my second masters, I knew that what I need to do initially, where I need to go, and what areas I have to look into specifically.
So give us an example. What areas did you look in your second master's which you did not do in your first master's?
So in my second masters, it was very evident that it's not always a fairy tale. You don't always get a job in the field when you study. So I guess in my first masters, I was very much thinking that okay, I'm studying management consulting. Now I'll become a consultant. There would be companies having a red carpet out for me, and I'll be walking towards that. But that wasn't the reality. I was given some good offers by the companies, and I worked as a security person. I worked as a student ambassador at that point of time, but I always wanted to do like a desk job, like to sit in office, have a good view outside, and it was all about that. But in my second masters, I came down to a conclusion, and the reality was, at the end of the day, you need to get what you're getting. You need to grab that opportunity. I feel very sad now. I see all the international students after coming into this profession, they are only focusing that okay, I have studied logistics, I will only do my work where it's related to logistics or things like that. But this is not how it works. You have to grab the opportunity, whatever comes your way.
Okay, so explain us how what you studied is very different to what you're doing, because you founded your own company. So talk about what is your company's name, how did you founded it? You are a founder, right? So what did it change? Just talk about your journey.
So I'm from a business family. Nobody in my family do the job, and I'm not taking away the credit away from the people who does the job. I think it is a very important bit in their life, and I think without job seekers and without employees, even Apple can't run. So you need those kind of people with you. But I always had that thing in my mind that when I reach a stage, I have to found a company of myself. I didn't know at that point of time that what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. It was all very cynical for me. I was not aware about that what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
But I was fortunate enough, and immigration is something which I'm passionate about since Brexit.
Right.
I still remember the time I was awake the whole night when the referendum was happening.
Yes.
I was not even part of the UK. I was not even voting. So I was like, but I knew obviously I'm gonna go to the UK. How much difference is gonna make to me, to other international people who are coming to the UK for their own thing. But I think from that point of time, I understood what immigration is in United Kingdom, and the good part is it is very transparent as compared to other countries, and it is quite manual as well as yet. So immigration is something I'm passionate about. I don't feel that when I go to my office that I'm doing some hard work or anything. I just enjoy what I do. I enjoy meeting people, enjoy understanding things. So I think Mac 25 London is my company name, and it was founded a couple of years back on September 2022. I'm good with dates.
Yes.
So it was founded. It is an OIC registered immigration law firm, and I'm an OIC registered immigration consultant cum lawyer. I help companies, I help students in getting what they desired in a legal way. So yeah, this is what we do.
But before you started this company, what made you think that you can become a businessman, or how did you get into immigration? Because you studied something, you did your marketing, you did your MBA, and finally you landed up opening a company which is an immigration firm.
Yeah.
So how was that transformation?
So I think my first office job was in an immigration law firm.
That's the trigger.
Yeah, it was in North London. So having a passion of something is one thing, but when you see it practically that what is happening. So I was working as a recruitment consultant over there, and I was working as an intern. So I used to liaise with a lot of solicitors and a lot of people, and to understand immigration in depth, I spoke to them. I saw what are the avenues and what are the ways I could actually become somebody like them, because I didn't study law. But the good thing about immigration is if you want to practice immigration, you don't need to study law degree. Those are for solicitors and barristers, of course, but if you have to be an immigration consultant or an advisor, you can give the OISC exam. There came a time where I got an opportunity. I thought now this is the right point of time to switch myself, and this is what I've always desired. I always wanted to own something, but I didn't know what. Because I was very young. I was like 2021 when I came to the UK. So it always like that you want to do something, but what?
So that made you realize this is the place, or this is the area where I want to grow and I want to have my own company.
Yeah.
So what I've learned from you, and again I think the students as well who are watching this video, you shouldn't shy from doing any part-time job or a full-time job. It doesn't matter what you're studying. Keep doing different kind of roles, and then maybe there will be something that you will feel, yeah, this is something that I want to do. This is where I'm interested, and then try to find opportunities or have some passion or find your own way to grow into that. Either be a founder or work with someone who is an expert in that area and then learn from them.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the kind of jobs you applied. For example, if you are a marketing student, what kind of jobs did you apply after your studies?
So I'll talk about my first master's first. I applied for all kinds of jobs. Apart from being a director, I applied for all sort of jobs, because as I said, there was a lot of unawareness going in the market. I used to meet with a lot of people, so we were not aware about the fact that what is the right job we should apply and stuff. But I think when I studied my second master's, that time I thought that we should be applying for a job where there is high demand. And because obviously I'm used to learning skills while being on the job as well, because there were companies who were giving trainings as well once you get sponsored. So I was applying for the sort of jobs which I could do myself, where the company could benefit from my past experience or from my past education, like graduate schemes. So I mostly applied for the graduate schemes in the beginning, because again, that point of time also when I did my second master's, even that time we didn't had a post-study work visa. We didn't had a graduate route back in 2017 and 18 as well. So obviously again that period of that clock of 4 months would start again once I finish my course. So it was all about that. So I was very skeptical about that. I need to pick a right platform, okay, whether I'm going through Indeed or LinkedIn, I need to make sure that that specific platform I apply from has the specific kind of roles I'm looking for. Because what people do, I often see that people always focus on quantity than quality.
Good. Because I remember, I do ask my other students as well who are already successful in the UK. Students always get confused. Is it the quantity versus the quality? I get emails or messages from students who say, hey, I had been applying 400 jobs in a day, but I still don't get any kind of response. What's your take on that?
I think if I could talk to myself 6-7 years back, I would have told myself that, hold on, this is not the thing you should be doing in a right way. Because when I started applying for the jobs, I used to apply for 10 to 20 jobs a day. Because how much time it takes to upload your CV and a cover letter? Just change the company's name and the role. That's what we used to do. But I never used to realize that whether I'm putting my 100% efforts on that one particular job application. Because what I understood in my second master's, that whenever I'm applying for a job, I'm only applying for one job a day. I used to focus myself that this is what I have to do now. Let's say if I got a good opening in PwC, like a big four company, they used to have like 7 to 8 stages.
Correct.
Okay, so I need to prepare myself, keeping everything aside, other application aside, and just particularly focus on that. At the end of the day, it is an uncontrollable aspect of your life. You cannot control that. But at the end of the day, you need to put your 100% efforts and see where it goes. So I was very much focused, and when I realized that, okay, one job a day, that actually changed a lot of things for me. That actually opened my mind. That's where I actually realized, okay, now I think I have got a platform, I have got a specific role, which is of a business consultant, and I step towards that. Because a lot of students I see, they apply, let's say, for 10 companies in a day, but in 10 different roles. Unless you're Superman, you cannot do that.
True.
But it was about it.
Thanks for your input, and I totally agree with that. Now, as you know, I'm a big students champion. I love to host students who had done something really good here, who can inspire others. And I think your story is another inspiration for my students already. Doesn't matter whether you failed or did not do very well in your first masters. If you can do your second masters, learn from your mistake like Amil did. He quickly realized what was the mistakes he did in his first masters. But I think, Amil, you are at a position where you can help students. So I'm going to ask you something which I had not asked any of my guests before, because most of my guests or students who are successful, they got into job. They are not a founder, or they do not have a company of their own. Given that you understand the pain and struggle of the students, I'm going to ask you, do you think you can take at least one student from my audience and maybe help them with any internship kind of position in your company to support them, because you know how painful it is?
Exactly.
So do you think you can do that?
Definitely. See, what I believe is, at the end of the day, irrespective of whatever background you came from, whatever education you have done, or whatever job experience you have, the problem with me was there was nobody to help me out. It was like I was on my own. I didn't have a happy meal with me. So it brings a lot of efforts, it brings a lot of mindset of what you actually want to do. So I'm very happy, my company Mac 25 London, which is an immigration law firm, definitely we can help out people. They can reach out to us in any step of the way where they are stuck, because we understand that how the students suffer financially when they spend a lot of money when they come here to the UK. So yeah, we are anytime open for you.
Good. This is happy news. I'm particularly happy. At least if one person can work with you from my audience, they will at least get the same kind of mentorship which you realize from your own mistake.
Definitely.
I think I have a suggestion for you. Why not you also start your similar kind of graduate scheme programs like the big companies, so where you train people, and then also as part of the internship, they will go through the whole process, as immigration firm, what are the things you deal with. And of course, if that's their area of expertise, and of course, if they're doing pretty good, they can work with you for a long time.
Yeah, I wish I could run, but I'm crawling right now.
You will definitely run. Amil, you're doing such a fab job. And I know, hearing from students, they are a big fan of you, especially what I know. you don't take the full fees from them, given that you are a student yourself. I know you work for them for half price, so you are already favorite with the students, and you are already a big name, and I wish you good luck with your company. And of course, I want more and more students to watch this video and get inspired by Amil. So before we wrap today's video, is there any kind of suggestion, advice that you want to give it to my audience?
I think you have made me a bit emotional, but at the end of the day, I'll tell to each one of them, when we come here, whether you go to the UK or any part of the world, we all come with a vision, we all come with a dream, but that dream and that vision is at the end of the tunnel. You know, you have to go through the tunnel. There would be snakes, there would be unfaithful people, there would be a lot of things. And you know, as students, as people who migrate from one country to another, we sacrifice a lot in terms of family, in terms of friends, which I have done as well. Just don't quit. You know, that's what I did. I won't say that I had a special kind of a struggle. No, it's not like that. God was very kind to me, and God is very kind to me. I never had any financial struggle or anything like that, but everybody has their own set of struggles. And I believe that if you see somebody else's journey, you should also see that what has happened in the past with that particular individual. So just don't give up. You know, you'll have your own story. Someday you'll be also be honored with Sarika to, you know, come to a studio, have a podcast. But yeah, this is what I would say. Just be faithful, believe in the power you believe in, and just be happy. That's what I say.
Cool. Thank you very much, Amil. Thank you. So guys, if at all you got inspired by his story, and if you need any legal advice, I'm going to leave all the details of Amil in my description and also in the pinned comment. You can reach out to his team for any help. And if you guys got any inspiring story, and if you want to be part of my next podcast, remember to email me on yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com. On that note, thank you very much, and all the best to you, Amil.
Thank you, Sarika. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.